a tiny supers speed shot, as I call them. Have one player tonight. Um, this one is entitled Days of Thunder. The background on this in Melody City, the large metropolitan city where all the superheroes gather and supervillains both. Recently, there's been a rash of storms that have plagued the city. Um, and it's really baffled all the meteorologists. It would seem that these storms are coming up around and inside and on the outskirts of the city itself and causing a lot of electricity outages and other necessary outages of things that are causing a lot of like electrical devices to quit working and things. The local meteorologists have no idea what is causing this, and now word is spread that maybe it is one of the supervillains that operate in around the city of Melody that is causing this for some nefarious purposes. But we will meet our lone hero and find out if they can locate the source of this and hopefully put everything back in order. Alex, tell us about your superhero and we'll go from there.
Hi, I'm Alexander. I am playing Magic Mirror. He is a superhero with the ability to make mirror copies of himself. He's also super strong. He gets his power from magic that he found in an ancient Aztec tomb, and he's all gung ho to stop this, and he thinks he's the one to do it because no one knows where he is, and he'll just make copies of himself to go hunt down the bad guy.
All right, sounds perfect to me. What would a magic mirror think about this when it's starting? These rumors are starting to come out that possibly that this is not just some natural weather events that have been happening, and you would know, like I say, that they're saying these storms have been either inside or on the outskirts of Melody City, and they've caused a lot of electrical outages and caused a lot of havoc of causing grids to go down and different necessary services because of lightning and thunder crash.
Yeah, well, he thinks someone is either trying out their powers, like they're brand new, they don't know what their powers do yet, and they're getting ready for something nefarious, or maybe they're just, they don't know how to handle their powers and they need help, or maybe there's crime going on that we're just not aware of. Maybe someone's actually getting away with something, or maybe it's just there's a storm. Who knows? But he's gonna find out. He's trying to keep an open mind. But that's what those are his initial thoughts. Or it's probably one of those four things.
All right, perfect. And also, you would know that exactly that some of the local gangs and some of the local thugs, the low-level thugs, have been taking advantage of this electrical outages and stuff to do their little crimes and break into places and steal stuff. But it's unknown at this point, of course, if it's part of some larger plan or if they're just taking advantage of taking taking things when the police department's unable to locate them or anything. But that's just local, some of the local thugs and gangs that have been doing that. We started this morning. You hear the weather forecast. It says it's late summer. It's supposed to be another bright sunny day as the day starts out. And like I say, is the only information you have right now is that these storms are plaguing and coming up pretty much out of the blue. That they'll just come up in one part of the city and last. And there's not much rain with them. It's mostly electrical discharge of lightning and thunder, things like that involved. But maybe some hailstones. But what would you want to do that morning as far as maybe to prepare in case one of them does happen?
Um, well, the first plan is to get someplace um, near kind of the center of the city and a little high up, but not too high up that I'm the tallest thing. And then use his power to make clones of himself and send them out into other places to just sit and watch. And then he's gonna stand on like a gargoyle and look real vigilant.
Yeah, that works. And as you know, this is a very large metropolitan city with several million people population, and so you'd have plenty of tall buildings and such to get a good vantage point. And how many minions do you want to send out to observe?
Well, I don't plan on them to do any fighting just yet, so I'm going to do the maximum of 8.
8. Okay, sounds good. You can have vantage points for each of them yourself and each of them as they go out and the day progresses. It warms up pretty fast. We'll say it's around 11 a.m. or so in the morning, and your first minion that you've sent out, not counting yourself, but the first one that you've made that you have sent out, you start getting an alert tone from them on your communicator or whatever how you communicate with them, and I don't know, or can these things? I mean, it doesn't matter to me if you want to say they can communicate by some type of voice message to you, or do they just communicate by? How do they communicate with you?
Uh, it's real normal. They just have cell phones.
All right. You get a message then that it appears that there's a storm just on the outskirts of the city, and in fact, he will take a picture and send you this picture right here. And you see
Mm.
a storm that appears that it's coming from the outskirts of the city of where this is, and he's your minion says it's moving towards the city at a pretty rapid pace.
All right, I get on my group text and say, "All right, everyone, meet over there." And the plan is to go over there, unsummon them, and then go down to the two strong guys.
All right. So you have down to two of the larger minions and yourself, so three total. Okay.
Yeah.
Um, and you move to that side of town where this has been alerted to, and you see the storm coming closer and closer. You see the lightning coming down and the horrible dark clouds and thunder cracking up in them, and you start seeing some of the buildings. Some of the electricity faltering in and out of the buildings. It appears that some of the electricity is trying to fail in some of the buildings in the city. And as this storm gets closer to all of y'all, make me a save for each of you and yours, 2d6 for each of them. And of course, you'll need a 5 or 6 to succeed.
I succeeded. My first minion did not, and my second minion did.
All right, you're fine as the storm appears and gets closer. And like I say, you see the lightning strikes coming down sporadically at first, and then the wind starts picking up, and the wind will catch one of your minions in just almost like a small tornado as it forms, and it catches them and throws them up against a building and does 1 point of damage to them. As it seems the wind force is really picking up in this storm.
That's not good. I'm going to send my 2 people around, try and look around the side and see what they can see, and I'm going to stand in the front and just watch the storm itself.
All right. The second minion reports back to you immediately as he moves into position to look, and he reports seeing a figure coming out of the storm, and this is what he will send you a picture of. This figure here. Yeah, I can make it bigger, I think. He says this figure comes out in outside of the storm and appears it's flying just ahead of the storm.
Well, that's clearly bad guy, because he's doing this on purpose then. It's not some guy who doesn't know what he's doing, and it's not some natural storm. So I'm going to, if he's flying, I'm going to have to throw stuff at him, I guess. So.
Yep. Your minion reports that he just come out of the cloud bank, one of the cloud banks itself, and it just seems to be flying kind of in front of the storm, moving probably 20, 30 feet up in the air, moving in front of the storm as it's coming into that side of the city.
All right. Well, I'm going to then meet up with my minions, and we're gonna confront him.
All right, you move over there. This figure did not see your minion, until all of you get over there. But if you do confront him, he stays about 20 feet up in the air and looks towards you and he goes, "It would be best to stay out of my way and let me do what I must do.
Yes, and what is it that you think you must do here?
I must cause the thunder to crack and crash and cause havoc in the city
And why do you think you need to do that?
because it is what keeps the money flowing."
You mean you're getting money from doing this, or the money in the city is a problem?
Money for my pockets.
Well, see, then that's just pure criminal activity. I've got to put a stop to this.
I don't see someone puny as you stopping me. So I guess roll for initiative. It's 2d6 in total. And your minions can go on your turn also.
I got a 5 and a 3.
So 8. He had a 5, so you can go first on what you would like to do.
Well, I want to attack him, but I don't know how to do it. I guess I'm going to throw a rock at him.
All right.
I mean, I'm super strong, so...
Yep, and like I say, he's probably 20 feet, maybe 30 feet up in the air in front of, above you.
Okay, so I get 2 actions.
Correct.
So, I'm going... isn't there a penalty if you just attack twice?
No penalty. I mean, you can use both actions to attack.
Alright, well, I'm going to try and remember. I'm going to attack, and then I think I will evade.
All right.
Well, that's what we're all going to do, attack and evade. So I'm just going to, like, pick up a rock, like a big rock, because I'm strong, and throw at him. Wait, so I get disadvantage on my attack because I'm not trained in it, or...?
Well, what is your master weapon? What did you pick?
Light melee.
Right, mate. Yeah. So it'd be correct. If you're throwing a rock, it would be disadvantage 1d6.
Okay. Well, I miss. And so does that guy. All miss. We just throw rocks at him and they all miss.
When you do that, he says, "You will feel the pain from the one known as Thunder Crash." And as he does that, he will use his first action to move a little closer to all of you. And let me see, since there's 3 of y'all, I'm going to do this random. Minion number 1, he is going to hold his hands out, and you see the blue crackling energy start forming around and shooting down his arm as a bolt shoots out of his arm, his hand towards minion number 1. Golly, he's going to miss. He misses. The bolt, electricity, lightning goes flashing by minion number 1. So it's back to you because he used one action to move closer.
I'm going to say, "Aha! I see you are good at aiming as I am, but there are 3 of me and only 1 of you, and we're going to find more rocks to throw, because this is an excellent strategy." I'm just going to roll all 3. I'm going to evade again. Evade.
All right.
Throw a rock. Hey, 2 of mine hit.
All right, and they do 2 points each, correct?
Yes, 1 point.
Because they have strength.
Yeah, because I'm super strong.
All righty.
Everyone's super strong.
And 2 of them hit. Okay, I've got that. And you missed, huh?
I missed and my minions hit, actually. Is how it happened.
All right. He is going to not like that at all. He doesn't respond back. He stays floating kind of where he is, and he is going to look toward you this time. He goes, "You should not do that to me because I can show you the power that no one else has." And you see the wind starts twirling and whirling in front of him as it comes down at a rapid movement towards you, and this small tornado just comes out and comes straight towards you. And it envelops you into this wind and takes you and just whirls you into a building. You'll take 2 points of damage as you're thrown into the side of a building.
Ouch.
And on his second action, you see him floating there, but he's trying to, it seems like he's kind of moving back and forth, not staying still. In other words, he's using evade. And it would be back to you and your two people.
All right, well, I'm going to get up, and I'm going to look around for something better to use as a weapon. Or maybe like a way to get up to him. Like, is he in the city now? He's still outside the city, right?
No, y'all are kind of in the edge of the city. Y'all are more in the city now where a lot of the big buildings and stuff are.
So could I potentially climb a city and then jump off and try and punch him?
Yeah, sure could.
All right, that's what I'm going to do then.
Yep, you can use the action to move and climb. You're going to move and kind of climb up, you say, and then lunge off at them.
I think right now I'm going to move up and find a good place to stand and then try to, like, ready myself to attack next turn, I guess.
All right.
So maybe just get up there and evade again. Or maybe get up there and... Can I focus now and do it later?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, I'm going to climb up somewhere, focus, and then the other two are just going to throw rocks. They're going to stop evading. They're just going to throw rocks.
All right.
That is 2 hits.
2 hits, okay. And 4 points of damage total. As they hit him with these large rocks and stuff, you see him. Wait a minute, he gets the evade. Let me make sure he doesn't. Nope, he fails on both evades, so he takes all the damage from it. You see him kind of bounce around, and you see part of a storm that is coming over the city now. You see part of it starting to dissipate, and some of the clouds dissipating, and the lightning strikes are going down, to bare minimal right now. He says, "You don't fight fair. You have to have your friends do everything for you. I've had enough of this." And he is going to look at minion number 2, and he is going to summon a tornado, hopefully. And yep, this wind of tornado comes and grabs up minion number 2 and slams him up against a building for 2 points of damage.
All right, well...
And he's going to move around. It looks like he's evading again.
Yes, I'm going to say, well, it might not seem fair to you, but it's actually just me. And as I say that, I'm going to jump, and I'm going to try and punch him.
All right.
Can I just, like, try and grab him, actually? Like, grab him out of the air?
Yeah, just make a standard, your standard deal and try to grab him like you want to try to grab him and maybe free fall and pull him down.
Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to try to grab him and pull him out of the air so he lands on the ground. So that's... Since I focused, I roll 3?
You'll get if you get a 4, 5, or 6, that's a success instead of just 5 and 6. Focus will give you a 4, 5, 6.
Okay, well then I made it. I got both a 4 and a 5 that time.
Yeah, you're able. You surprise him by doing that. He's not expecting that at all. So yeah, you're able to grab and pull him to the ground. And as y'all both fall to the ground, though, you will take 1 point of damage, him and you.
Well, that's absolutely fine. And then we. So that's 2 actions or 1 action?
I'll say that's 1. I mean, that's because you were already kind of halfway up there to do it.
Yes. Then I'm going to use my second action and I'm just going to punch him.
All right.
Yeah. And I punch him.
All right.
So that way he can evade.
You see his suit, this sparkling that's been going on around his suit, those blue bolts and stuff. You see it just kind of like short circuit and just fizzle out. As you can tell me what you do with that punch, it knocks him down to zero.
So yeah, he landed, and I see like his suit is zapping a little bit, and that center thing is flickering, and I just punch the center thing, and it breaks. Whatever's in the middle, it broke, and yeah, he's not powering his suit anymore.
It does not. He is on the ground and seems to be unconscious at this point. So, what would you like to do with Thunder Crash?
Well, does it look like his suit comes off?
Yeah, as you now that you're up closer, where you can see him face to face. Pretty much, it appears that it's just some type of bodysuit that you could remove the suit and the mask.
Yeah. I mean, I don't want to like strip him down to nothing, but I definitely want to, make sure he doesn't turn his suit on and fly away or something.
All right.
So I'm going to do that, and then I assume I have handcuffs or something because I'm a superhero.
Yep, you have provided something to hopefully secure him enough.
Yeah, so I handcuff him, and then I'm going to take him. I don't know. I either take him to the police, or I guess I live in a mansion with a bunch of other superheroes or something, right?
Yep, and you also have a good working relationship with the city police department. All of y'all work along. Most of y'all pretty good together. I mean, and they have either you or them can take control of them and you bring them before the rules of justice.
Right. Yeah. So I'm going to call the guy that is in the mansion. Whoever's my boss, I guess. And let him know that I captured the guy, and then I'm taking him to the police. And then I'm going to go to the police station, the nearest precinct.
Do you leave him in the suit, or are you going to take him out of the suit?
So I'm going to leave his mask on, I guess. But I'm going to like if the suit can partially come off, just take the chest part of the suit off, even if that means it's just hanging there. That's what I'm going to do.
Yeah, it has a deal where you can take the top part loose and all of that. Sure.
Yeah.
And as you take him to the police department, they meet you there and secure him into a deal. And on your way there, you notice that all these storms have just dissipated. I mean, it's back to the normal weather pattern of the summer weather.
Mm-hmm. Well, just another day and being a hero.
Yeah, and once they take custody of them and stuff, of course, they thank you for your services and all of that. And you successfully stopped the plague of the villain known as Thunder Crash. And as customary, of course, in my games, if you want to tell me how the story will end for Magic Mirror and maybe what holds in store for him the next few days or weeks or whatever, you're welcome to ending your story.
Yes. So, he is going to, it's a job, so he gets, uh, not handsomely rewarded, but they're like, hey, here's your fee or whatever, and then he's gonna go and spend it um, on cool stuff, and then he's gonna realize later that all that electrocution that happened, he feels like his magic might be slightly augmented, so he's gonna train that stuff, and I will, when I level up, figure out an electric-based power to gain.
All right, sounds great. Now I will tell you the rest of the story, how it ends. The police department identifies the supervillain as the normal citizen by the name of Roger Storm. And you will see on the news in a day or two that Roger Storm owned a large repair shop called Storm Strike. The Storm Strike repair shop, which repaired different electronic devices and appliances and such. And he gives full confession that he developed this suit and developed these powers to make more money for his business, and that causing these storms would level up a bunch of people bringing in things or him getting calls out to some of the local businesses and downtown buildings to repair the electrical issues after the storms hit. So Roger Storm confesses to it all, and he is hopefully sent away for many months or years or whatever they do with him. The suit is confiscated, of course, and we don't know if it's been done away with or if it's going to be put up somewhere to be inspected. But that ends the villain known as Thunder Crash for now. And seems like the rest of the summer plays out well enough. It stays hot. The weather goes back to being hot and muggy and unbearable since the storms are not there every day to cause issues. And that pretty much ends the speed shot thanks to superhero Magic Mirror played by Alex and him using the summoning ability by bringing forth his minions and taking out the villain before the villain took him out. Thanks for playing, Alexander. Thank you.
Yeah, it was fun.